NFC matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Take it, Andrew. Switch it.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run on first down. Swift, only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Eason, and able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whipped on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
No. 319.
Check. I got to shoot this side. We got three. I got
right.
He's mine. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On first down, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go. Check three.
Right now. You got 58.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 34, they'll...
Check. Left. Watch twist.
Jump out.
To throw again. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 25 yards that time.
Complete to Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Here we go.
Under 10. Back one. 10.
Check three. Joker.
Here, Mike.
Now Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
We are going.
Jim. Check 26, check 26. Slam.
Get back.
No.
Go to 50.
They'll try again with Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
So they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
Flag.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Bang, bang.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Go, Zach, let's go. We got this.
61. Matchbox flight. Step.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Heavy. Watch the backfield.
Off the play fake. Eason looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Eason, and he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will get the football at their own 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
But he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Ready? Shit! Check it out, Reed.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 78 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of
to get it to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Marvin Jones. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Man, I got you.
Go!
Looking to throw. Eason. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And taken right at the 35.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Jump out!
51 to Mike, boys, 51.
He don't know. 5.
51, Mike, 51.
I want that. Okay, over here. Defense, give me that ball.
Now Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
To throw is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll make our score 14-7. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Check.
50. Hey, you block over here.
Switch. Kill.
Now, you got 58.
Kill.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Line left. Here we go. 58.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 41 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Easy. Hey, 88.
51 to Mike.
Gun.
To Mike. I got you.
Back north. 26.
Rush in.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 28 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom indeed. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Lions. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken about the 12. Then a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Tight dog.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Hey, 626. Hey, Alpha.
49's the mic.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Deshaun Hand. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Second and 12 at the 35-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Come on. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. I'm coming for you.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Out.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half.
2 yards. And it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wild Card bout. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
319.
49. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Shoot. Watch the shoot. Hey, Mike.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Hey.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers caught by Jones. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Rodgers now on first down. This complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I got it. Double time, double time. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, watch number 3.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers now on first down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Hey, 88.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye.
Watch the pass.
Inside.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
One back in the game, that's Jones, second and goal.
Go, go, go. Deuce.
Yeah, live.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Off play action. Eason throwing deep for Galladay. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kelly, don't let Kelly. You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Go to 50.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Go right.
Check, check. Press now.
Hey, Mike. Easy.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Oko, over here.
Alert 3.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez Scantling. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Rodgers now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. A well-executed 22-yard gain. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Safe. Over. Tighten up.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Rodgers on 3rd down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
91 is the mic.
2nd and 13. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Echo.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Smooth.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Tackles.
On 4th down, Eason. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Eason. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Safety's creeping. Switch.
Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Hey. 44, now.
Operating from the gun. Eason is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Get up. Get 300. Get 300.
Win moves them them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as well.